Hello and welcome to another episode. Hey, we're doing something new this time. So look at that, we have some jam on the airport. Finally, we have a jam on the airport. There we go. Lots of planes are actually coming on, so let's see. They're coming, a lot of people. All those people, and all of them actually using the train. I see no road at all. No road cars. One road car is just going through, but they're not picking up anyone. So they are just all going with the train. Look at that. Look at that nice amount of planes. So we do have a problem with that terminal. No, that one did work. For some reason, they often just stop there and just pass by. So they're not really using all 6 terminals. So we do have the 6 terminals, but there's some traffic jam. So in the next city, I'm opting to use a different terminal or making these differently. So this is not going to work out the best. But anyway, we're here for today. We are caring for that spot. And what I actually want to have in that spot is to have a very big circle where these roads are going in. We can just prolong the other one so we can see it better. Just make that one longer. Like this. So I want to have a circle area over there, which will be just a giant roundabout, with which will house, I guess, a lot of more commercial zones, because the demand for commercial zones is still pretty high, and I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure about if it will be leisure, or if we do more tourism, or maybe we could even fit in a little bit of IT cluster to get the pretty high buildings, but not sure. So I think, first off, we should need a structure layout for what we actually can do in here. And I think the easiest way to do so is to open up the Roundabout Builder and use the free cursor mode, and then use some number pretty high to just see where we would end up, what would fit pretty well with these roads, and I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to line up the middle sides. So over there is more or less the straight piece, and there's some of the under straight piece. So I'm going to line up that roundabout until it actually fits in here, and that should be good to go. We're not totally round, but I think the initial road wasn't really round, and we have to adapt the quay, because the quay doesn't look very equal either. So I think that's the way we go. And so we place down that roundabout for now, for a simple reason, because we need to mark us the middle point, so we can actually later on use that one as a gauge to basically put the roundabout in again, because right now we are having a hard time. Look at that. Ooh, we're having a hard time actually finding the correct road to it. So I'm going to use it like so, and then going down there, and this will be our temporary middle point, which we're going to use with the roundabout. So now I use undo, and it's gone again. And what I'm doing now is I'm actually removing these rounded roads, because those are not longer needed. And now I can see that number is 246, and I'm going back to the normal roundabout builder and make this I think 3-lane highway sound barrier or something, and then entering 246. And what I'm now getting is basically, hopefully, a roundabout fitting right in there. So that's okay, and I think it's is close enough to what we want to get. And now we remove that piece of road, and let's get rid of that one as well, and removing that. So what you need now is actually having an access into these roundabout, and to do so I think that one is the lane I want to have. So I'm turning on road anarchy and getting myself a straight road. So now this is not looking very good. It did snap, but it is not completely. So if I move now this with move it snaps back again, but I still have the issue that's not really rendered. So what I'm trying to do is now use node controller to somehow smooth that one out a little bit, and I think I have to use that one, and there's no corner. So okay, so I'm going to use, where it was somewhere in here. Let's try the big one first, make a corner offset of as big as we can get it. So this does work somehow to make it straight, but it's not working enough to actually reach over there, so we can't do that in a good way, and I also don't want to, so I'm going to use only that side just to see what would happen if we are only using that one, and then we try if we somehow can get the other road selected. Yeah, it was there. So what would happen if we set the corner offset of that road over there? Yeah, that's basically the maximum we can get. So I think we don't get it any straighter. So what would happen if we move that 1 point down to have more room for playing? I think it's still not working. We could actually use that one up, like this. And that looks not too bad anymore, that looks pretty good. So, and we need another road to go in there. So we just add another road to go, I don't know where exactly it should go. To be nice, maybe that one. Let's try this one and then use the movie tool to actually make this round. It's not ideal. Not really ideal, so it would be cool to have that one go more over there and not have such a sharp corner, but we do have now the sharp corner, and we can move that thing around like so, and now we should hopefully now we try to add the node controller again and see if we can get this one straight. So we end up with that sort of thing, which isn't too ideal, and I changed the roads now to the one-way, to that one. So we're going to make that one like this. So we now have that one, and I think it's the closest we can get to a straight road without having it too distorted. Yeah, it's basically like this. So what you can still do is try around with the node control again, and this will be very hard to replicate. So, and use only that road, and maybe bump up the stretch. No, the stretch isn't working. So we're going to set that back to 100. Maybe the embankment. No, we can't have that. We don't have the slope either, but we can move the corner offset. And we can do this to a distinct part, so up here more or less, but it doesn't help so much. So I think we're leaving it like so and just live with the fact that we cannot get these more down, because this is not going to work. Maybe it is by making that one more rounded and moving the point down. What would happen if we do that? If I move that point down and make that one... No, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. So I think that's the best we can actually get with that method. We do have now the first corner done, and what you can do really fast is actually first off get rid of the junction markings, because we don't want those. We don't want any there, but there are none. So now we get up the road line marking tool, and we do now have this road is actually with parking spots, which I really dislike. I don't like parking spots over there. So we just have a very fast mock-up of the lines there, so we do know where all the traffic is supposed to go. And this will go over there, and this will go over here, and you are going to be solid, and you're going to be solid as well. Yeah, solid, and you will go over there. So that will be our main junction over here, and we can do the same later on for that roads, but for now I'm fine with that thing. So, and these road will be dedicated. So I'm not sure if we have to have 2 lanes, and we do use 2 lanes to actually leave the roundabout and only 1 lane to keep inside, which may be better, but we just checked later on when the traffic is going, so we actually see. Now I have to do the same on the other side, of course. Now we have to do the same thing again, which isn't too easy, or shouldn't be too hard either. So we just see where's actually the point. I think it's that point. And for whatever reason, why did it? Yeah, because we do have a different angle now to the We're not getting it straight, so but that's an issue. Now we do have to have a straight road. Not sure if we turn everything up, and no, we can. Yeah, we can do. There was a bit. This is a road bit. That's nice. So I think it's not going to connect. What if we use the road guidelines now? Yeah, it's not going to connect. I'm not sure if that's actually going to connect ourselves. So let's try with the movie tool if it does snap anything. Yes, it does. It does snap. So we just move it slightly over, like that, just slightly over. That's basically it. And I think we move that one up here more. We do have more room to actually work with. And we're pulling that one up there to have that one a straight line. And we're going to move that one around as well to not be so close to that corner. Should be around here, I guess. Yeah. And now we're using again the node controller. And you see, there's always a little bit different depending on where the actually nodes of the road are. You have to be patient. And I'm going to use that one. And then trying that one. If we can actually get that somehow to work, but I'm not too sure about it. So this is going pretty... That's a very long... So we cannot have that one there. We do have this doing nothing. What about now if we set the corner offset to a different value? Yeah, well, this doesn't give us too much room. It's not giving us too much room. So maybe we move that one over. Maybe we're moving that point over to here. And have more room there. So this is one. Where's the other point? So we do have another point over there. I'm going to move that one over. So I can move that one over here. And now that's working. Now that's working very good. So now we need to have the other road, which is right there. And I'm going to connect to that one. Let's see, maybe we can change this on the other side as well to have that one more rounded. And I also want to have... Now maybe let that one like it is and try to use the node controller first. If that's going to fix the most of the issues. So with the node controller on, we can do like things like that. That's not too ideal, but we can maybe do it like here as well. I know we're glitching out. So this is basically the best I can do here. With the changed, it looks not too different. So not too different. So, and we try to first change the road so we actually see what we're working on. Like these, then you go around, and we do have that one as well, which go over there. And we do have a node in the middle there. That's not ideal. So I'm going to move that node over there. And try to use it like so. If this is going to give us a straight line somehow to reach that road. So it's not too bad. We don't have the same flatness like we reached here. But I think it's not too bad. So we would have to move all these things around, and I think we're going with that sort of piece because it's straight to the roundabout, and I'm pretty happy with that actually. So let's do the directions are correct. That's nice. So we now have these roads in here. And you don't need to run in game. So we do have now our roundabout, which is pretty nice. We have a very nice roundabout over here. And I think the next thing we're going to do is fixing the quay. Maybe just, yeah, fix the quay. So as we go here, we need some sort of ruler to actually find out how far away the quay actually is. So we do have the road guidelines in there. I want to have the angle and the road lane. And I go over there, and it should be around 5. So I can now place that one. I think it's more than 5 over there. Yeah, no, it's actually 5. So okay, so we go with 5. And what I'm basically doing right now is I make myself some guidings to make the outer road again. and have that one connect. And it should be 5 there as well. Like so. Yeah, that should be okay. Let's do the same. No, not there. Maybe there. Yeah, it wants to snap there. So, and now we're removing the quays in here. So we're removing that one. That quays have to go because we have now to change the rounding to a better fitting one. So that's what we need to do. And then we need to have the terrain actually. Now we need to try to not flood anything. We don't have any sunken roads right now. What I'm going to do is I'm filling up these spaces so I can actually place a rounded road in here on which I will actually align the quay later on. So we're going to do that one. And you can do the same thing. If you're going to having troubles aligning some quay, just do that. Make yourself some alignment roads where you can snap the quay to. That's basically the best way to do it is like that. So now we do have that thing. I'm not using a regular road. I should have made a second one. I'm using a somewhere like there, and then connect that one up. And then I'm doing the same, just always going for the road guidelines, which give me the correct corner to actually have a very nice round and good looking quay, which can actually now used. And now I'm going ahead and using the terrain modification tool, the terraforming tool, and getting back to remove all these bits around these guiding road. So just putting that all away. There we go. Cleaning that one up, and we get a really nice soft round corner for that one. So now we need a little bit of time pass to see where the water is going. It has to settle. If it doesn't settle the water, the quay will not have to ride high. I mean, it can always use move it to settle the high later on, so I think that's already okay. And now we're placing the quays again. So we do place the quay like one. First one is going over there. Up. And it has to be around there, I guess. So do we have the high? The high is pretty well. What we do now is we just go ahead and use that spot. I think it was there. Find us the... No, it wasn't there. It's much closer. It's much closer to the road, actually. So can we get that close to the road? No, we cannot. But, well, we do it otherwise. We do it differently. Let's see. Let's start from the other side. This side is much better because it has the correct... So now this is going to work. And now I can stepwise always connect our pieces. And I'm going to correct the high later on. We just need to make sure that sometimes the high is just wrong. It's because of the waves we're currently having. And I'm going to use move it to actually fix that later on. So where's my marking? Over there. And there should be some lines somewhere. Yeah, right here. We don't have correct clearance right there, but I think we're doing just something like this. And now we're using move it to make it a little bit more round. That's nice. So now we can remove our helper roads again. Let's get rid of those. Not longer needed. Whoop. So if you want to have a road in there, do not delete the helper roads because you won't be able to actually refit them later on. So now this is a little bit odd. There's something. I think we're going to move that one a little bit out and have that adapt a little bit better. Not like so. Like so. That one a little bit less. So now that's good. And the next thing we just need to make now... No, the high has corrected itself for a reason. And now we have a very round bit of quay, which fits pretty well to that roundabout. So, okay, so now we have these two roads in there. What we now do, we want to have the inner structure of that thing. So I'm not totally sure about the monorail yet, if it should go just around or if it should go to the inner side. So I think I'm opting for going for the inner side, and I want to have more or less the middle of where our actual so what I want is to have some unique structure in there with a corridor over there, and then have some access points in here to pass that corridor. And in order to do so, I think we have to find some sort of middle. So where would be our middle line? I think that could be the middle, but it isn't. I'm pretty sure it isn't the middle, so just find... So over there would be 36, and over there would be 36 as well. So that's not too bad. We're pretty close to the middle. So that looks like to be the middle. So let's use that point as our middle. So we're just pulling that one over. And we did have used... And we should have... Nah, we moved all those points. That's not too good. So we use that point as our... Yeah, we use that. So we still find the middle. And you can do this from every point, actually. So you can also use that point. It will still... Yeah, maybe not that one because of the corner. And it will still be the middle point. If you go 90 out... Where's 90? Whatever. Whatever, you get the point. So we always get there, which is the middle point, hopefully. And we can actually choose to check with the roundabout maker by just putting that one up with our original value of 246, and it should line up with the actual roundabout. So what we want to have now is we want to have an inner line, and we need to have a space of around, and I don't need to have a sound barriers. No, I want a normal road, so I'm going to have some two-lane road with, yeah, why not with grass? Let's do it with grass. We have a two-lane road one way. Can we have some two-lane one-way road? Two-lane one-way road? No? Okay, then just use that. We change later on. So we just make it two-lane road grass. So, and now we need to find some size of it to actually have 4 grid points free, and that's pretty nice. We already hit it there. It's perfectly. That's pretty well. I'm going with that. So I'm now resetting up the center line. I think you can set that up that it's not deleting the inner things, but yeah, I'm going to do it just anyway. So and now again, now we need more to actually accommodate 2 lines of a 4 grid. I think we're 112. Let's see how 112 is working. Now that's just a little bit too. So we're going one more. We can just undo. Go in here, making it one less. Just looking how it's going to look now. And now we have enough room to house these 4 pieces. I think that's something nice. We could even fit a pedestrian way in there. So now that's what we're going to do. So now we do have our inner structure, and now we have to have some way to actually connect that one all to the main road. So we could do 2 things. We could have 2 corridors going through and having one in and out exit on both sides. What I don't want to have that is because it's always the option for the traffic to choose to go through there. There should be no reason to do so, but you never know, and then weird stuff happens. So let's see what we can do now with the roads to actually get some nice influx over that. So I think we're going to use that markings and using a road with a degree of like, why not 60? So maybe we should place a church first to see what the size is. So we get the Unix building, and I think we don't have built. No, we don't have built the Cathedral of Plenitude until now. So let's place that one. So we cannot place that one very straight, but we can place it somewhere. And then I'm going to use Move It tool and need to find a way to actually align that so it's lining up with that road piece over there. Let's use the crossing, because I do want to have that church in a way like this one, but situated over here, somewhere like this. So it should actually be in the middle, right in the middle. It should be there. Should be right in the middle. And then it should have some corridor to go down and reach the church. Now we do have the church over there, so I have more or less an idea of where it's going to go. So we're going to use that road over there. And then we're going to get a degree of, I think 60 would be pretty nice. So let's do 60 and do the same here. 60, so that's what we're going. And we do have now, can we have 90 degree? Yes, we can have 90 degree, but do we want 90 degree right there, or do we want to go over here, or do we actually want to have it go straight up? So that's a thing we should think about it, because I think going straight up would more or less fit the idea of Geoma City by being geometrical. So let's have a look at this. This would be quite a big space in the middle, actually. So I'm not too sure about that one. Maybe it should be closer. So if we go up there, for example, and go straight down, it would be more like a small corridor. And I think I'm more comfortable with a smaller corridor. But I can't really decide. That's hard. It's hard to decide. So, but I think I'm going with that one. And maybe get away with the road guidelines. And I think that's going to be straight. Let's try that one. And here as well. Is that going to be straight to each other? And then we're getting rid of those. And trying to move that one. Why not use a 45 degree? No, I say 60 is a little bit less, but let's go with 60. I don't think that is straight. No, that's not straight. That's just not straight. So we're not going with that. What we can try, we can actually try to move that road up, and then we're removing the grid of that road for now. So we end up with that grid over there, and we're going to use that grid now as a ruler to have straight roads. And then we use the grid, and we can actually use the grid to place the roads there, and that should be definitely straight. So there's no way this isn't straight. This is perfectly straight. And we want to have the 180 over there. Messes a little bit with the roads, and I think that's going to be very straight. I think it is. So now we're going with the 60 here. Maybe it's just an optical illusion that it doesn't look too straight, but we'll see that later on. So I can't actually snap to 60. Looks like it won't let me snap to 60. No, it doesn't let me snap to 60, so I have to make that one to be equal. So let's make, yeah, he didn't want to let me snap to anything else. So where are the road guidelines? Can we just have to use those? We have 63.8, we have 60. Yeah, more or less that would actually work. So let's use that and move it around later. So we do have that corridor, and now I'm doing bad stuff. I'm removing the inner things. And now we have our very nice inner road. And this road is going to be a one-way road without parking, actually. You don't want parking. So the cars come in here, then go over there, and then go back down. So that's the way they can actually use here. And that's not too perfect right now, so we should have... That's not too perfect, I'm not very happy, but maybe we can use that one and turn the road up to have a smoother transition, actually. So why are those both pointing to the left? That makes no sense at all. Okay, I see he's thinking that's a turn. Okay, so we do have that one. That one is done. And the church is not yet connected. That's another problem we need to solve right now. And that could also actually solve our problems, because we already know we need to go there. So we can actually place some road like here to make it 3 point wide and then go down. And we do the same over there. If we can snap to 3. Come on, let me snap to 3. Yeah, almost. Here we go. So we could have to make that one and then remove the inner one here. And it's much smoother now. And we just turn around that one. So this is okay. This is what we're going to do. And the church now is actually in the middle of the all. So the church will now be the highlight of this island. And we will have a commercial zone around it. And we can also add these. I would love to have, yeah. Shall we do about it? I want to have that one. So where's the name? Monorail. I want to have a monorail station in there, but it needs to connect to a road. And that's something not so nice, because actually I don't want to have a road in there, because again it would induce the problem that all the traffic tries to go around that road. And that road now isn't too good. So I would have to want that monorail not connected to any cars. So what I could do is basically place that one there. Let's see what would happen if I'm going to use that one and use move it to just move it around and place it, for example, there. So it would say, please, I want the road connection. That's what you want to say. And we could actually place the monorail even there. Then it would have, oh, that would be pretty nice. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's connect that one up there, move it over there. And that's pretty cool. I'm going to use that. So we do have one other problem now, which is the road pedestrians take. Because the idea, is this a park or is it not a park? First off, get rid of this sand here. We do want it all green. We don't want the sand in there. And there's some oil. As you can see, the floor is actually brown. And I don't want the oil over there as well. So get rid of the oil. We don't need oil there. It's our church. It's our church, and we could have some oil in there. So we see the difference in the roundabout better. So let's get some oil up here. And that's it. That's pretty cool. So we do have our very nice roundabout. And we should actually make these more round, but I think that's going to work out. I think it's going to work out. And I don't want to have the junction markings in here. No, go away. And don't want them to be here either, because I want to make them elsewhere or none at all. And I don't want them to be there. Go away. Don't want them. There's no pedestrians over there. So that's the one thing. So the next thing is we need to make these road a little bit softer to actually go from and in the actual bigger roundabout. So we do have it like so. That's okay. We could make these more round, but I think that's looking good. That's good enough. And I actually like that one. We could make, let's use, do have some, yeah, that's weirdly blinking. So now it stops. Yeah, now it's not blinking anymore. So we want to have a crossing, and the way I do normally do crossings is use the node controller, where you can actually place a node in here. And hopefully he's removing the lantern. Yes, he is. That's nice. We do have a very nice roundabout, but it comes with traffic lights, and I don't want to have the traffic lights in there. So get away with the traffic lights, and there we go. They can use now the monorail to go over there, and we just bring the monorail now over there. Let's make some monorail tracks. Where's the monorail tracks? Over here, the monorail tracks. We're just seeing, I think we need everything is enabled, so we can't just use that one over there. And bring that one down here, like here, and bring it up down there as well, like so. And the next thing we are going to do is, it's not snapping that, so we're going to go there. It's in the middle of the road. Then we have to fix that one. It's not ideal. So we have to move that road. I don't want to interfere. We do have the same problem in here. So it is actually interfering with everything. It's not going to let me go straight. Why is that? So can you please? No, he wants to be there. For whatever reason, he's not going to snap here. No, I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that. So what I have to do is remove that road, change that road to something else, so we got the normal. So I'm going to move something without parking. I want to have something without parking. 4-lane avenue with grass. No, there's some avenue. I actually have one avenue without parking, and I think it's that one. He actually made that piece. I don't want to have the lamps. Can I get rid of the lamps? Yeah, I can. Non-lamps. Pretty nice. Look at that. Look at that. So can we have it with side light? No, we can't. We can just have it in the middle, so we're going with no lights there. Will be a dark spot in the city. And now we can place a regular, hopefully a regular. It's going on the road as well, so that's not good. But we can go to here. And we could actually go straight through. So we could actually go like this in an arc or something. I'm not too happy about that it hits the road. I'm not too happy. So that's something I need to move, but I don't want it to move. So I could actually go right over there with no pillars at all and go around. But that would be a very long distance for having no pillars. And yeah, maybe not ideal. Really not ideal. So maybe go ahead until somewhere around here. And then go over there. So what would that be? It would still be a very far distance without pillars. I think we need a different solution for the monorail. Not too sure how to solve that one. So we can't go underground with those. I mean, we can, but it's not realistically. I think per default they cannot go underground. No, they can just go up. They can't go underground. It would be nice to have them go underground. Not sure what's the reason for not having them to go underground. Maybe they were just lazy and not making the models for that. I think that's the problem. So maybe it can move around the road, but there is no monorail. There's no small. There is a small monorail, but it's not one way. Yeah, it should be one way. So if it's not one way, it doesn't make any sense. So okay. Not too happy about the monorail thing right now, so could we make an arc maybe? Let's try an arc. We're going to connect over there and then over there. And we could have actually an arc. Yeah, so we could have an arc. What will happen if we are getting to line up there? Where is your... Let's try it like so. Let's make it straight over there so we can see where the actual point would be. Can you please snap there? Where would it go? So it would go like this. And it doesn't make any pillars. I mean, it does make pillars, but makes them somewhere. So why not use it like that? It gives a nice... Somehow it gives a nice... Yeah, and that one's not good because it makes us a very weird road piece, which I don't like. So I'm going to change that road as well. Yeah, it made that road piece. That's not very good. It's not too good. Now we have that very weird road piece. So we should have made a station somewhere there to have a better transition. Because if you look over there, the transition from the station, yeah, it's not too bad. Not too good either. Not too good either. Looks a little bit weird. A little bit it looks weird. So would we actually able? No, we can't. Can you just try, if not with segments and not with buildings? There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no node. There should be a node somewhere. So why is there no node? Okay, there's no node. So yeah, that's doesn't look too good to me. Not too nice. Not too nice. Okay. So anyway, this is coming down here. Let's go ahead with that and try to fix that later on. The only thing I actually wanted is to not have the parking spaces actually. So I've got to no junction markings at all, and this gives, yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it works. It works somehow. So let's go away no junction markings that here as well. So that's okay. And now we need to connect that one. Just see how far did we go? Yeah, until there. So I'm going to same here. So I have that one to connect over there, like so. We do have that piece connected. And we do the same with the straight piece to get a ruler thing, like this one. And then we're using the curved one to actually use that one as our guide, like so. And then connect that one up. And now we can remove that one again, like so. And now we do have that very nice arc going in there into this cool station. So now we do have all these things sorted. What could we now do? We do have the traffic, and we should just care if the roundabouts go in the right direction. Yes, they are. So one thing we have with the commercial zone is that normally cars want to go back and forth all the time. So that's what they try to do, and they will all clock this roundabout up. So if one is going here, let's think about it. So one is going there. There's a building. He wants to go there, and then he decides he wants to go over there. So what he needs to do is drive over all the way over there, go in there. No, then he can reach it. Okay, that's good. But what would happen if he's over there? No, that's working as well. But what is if he's over there? I want to go here. That's working as well. Okay, I think it's working. So, yeah, why not just fill that one up with commercial zones and see what's going to happen. So I'm going to fill that one all up with commercial zones to actually see what they're going to do. Let them run. What can possibly go wrong? So they have all come with the car. There's no way for them to not use the car. So, oh, there's something. There's something weird. What's happening there? Do we have some weird nodes? Yeah, we do have some weird nodes. Can we move that one a little bit? Yeah. It's much better now. And this could take some time now until the buildings actually are built up. So let's fast forward. Just found something out, and that is that this thing actually has not the best access to the highway. So the closest access to the highway is actually over there, but we do have these still open spot where we could have an interchange, and we could put such an interchange in there to have a highway road go over there and reach into that sort of space, and we also could have another exit to reach that area as well. So they can go from here to over there and from here to over there, and that would be pretty good and have a very good connection road to that entry. I think that's something of the next episodes we can actually try to do. So right now, this is going to fill up a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it's not too many people going in there right now. It's too good. And we have our flooded pier. Look at it, the flooded pier. It's getting regularly flooded, but that's an attraction actually. So people come here to see that pier. I mean, not right now. No one's there. It's just a little bit boring today. Maybe it's cold. Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's just 24 degrees. It's very cold. No one's on the beach. We only have some very few people on the beach, and all of them lost their towels. And some of them are actually in the water. A lot of them are in the water. Actually could remove that once in the water. So let's get... I'm not sure if it's going to mark me the wave things now. Nah, let's not do it. I don't want to remove the wave things. They're pretty hard to place actually. Still flooded. So, we do got more people in there. We could pave the thing in the middle. And we do have something new. Not sure if it showed it already. We have an invisible path. I found this one. An invisible pedestrian path. And that's pretty cool because now you can actually let them go wherever you want without painting the ugly paths. Because these vanilla paths are actually really pretty ugly, and the joint to the other roads doesn't look very well. I mean, that's a matter of fact, and I always dislike that one. But with the invisible paths, you can just use the surface they actually use, and in paved areas it's already there. You don't need to paint the path. You just need the actual logic for the people to find their way, and therefore the invisible paths are pretty cool. So we do have these paved area, and the inner thing will stay unpaved, I think. Maybe it gets a little bit of paving. And we could make, I think we could do one of these pillar things. Let's do that one. Let's see how that's going to look. If we're placing that one to prolong, oh, it's too small. I would like to have a bigger one, but it could work. So why not? Why not use that one? Yeah, I think I'm going to use that one, and then we use, just looking the options, auto default spacing is on, and we're using the fence mode. And then we're picking the corner up here. Maybe pick inside the corner up there, and then we're plotting out a wall to. It's not snapping to the angel. That's a little bit odd, but okay. And we're snapping up that thing. How would that work? That's going to work well. Do we need prop anarchy? No, prop anarchy is not going to work very well. Can we? Yeah, we can remove that one, and we need to add that one. And now again, we can place that sort of wall to in there to go right over. Oh, it would cut up the pedestrian way in that way. And I think that's not going to cover up all the stuff I actually want. So what would be better would be to have the curb. Let's use a curb and do not use the road guidelines. So we do have, and do not use the grid. So we do have the curb. We could use the curb, and we don't want the road lane. So the curb can actually fit right in there. And that would actually fit. That's actually using the right angle. It's still not where I want it, so that's odd. So it should be on 150, honestly. So it's going to be... I don't know. Let's see. How would that going to look? Does not look too good. I'm not too sure. Let's bring that up a bit. The idea was that I can pave that area in front. So let's pave that one just to see. You are at single. Just see if that would look good. Yeah, we have that odd thing over there. But basically, that would work. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Takes too much time otherwise. And I think we have to move that one, that corner. If I can't select it anymore. Come on. No, it's gone. I can't select the corner anymore because I'm not in Move It. So let's do that one. Yeah, and I have to use that one to actually move that down to there, like so. And I'm just using these to hide, to actually hide the pavement transition. That's the only reason I'm using it. Because that's much better like this. So I have this, there's some piece plopping out, and that's basically the reason I'm using those. And it would be cool if they would be higher, but they aren't, and then we have the issue that the pavement would look through. And so now we're going to use that one, copy that. I can just turn it around and bring it to the right size, and using it on that side. Like so. And now we do have the same thing over there. I'm just going to prolong a little bit to hide the artifacts of the pavement. Here we go. I think we can remove that piece over there. No, it's still there, but it's better than nothing. So we do have that nice paved area, which we can now use nice little things on. Isn't that equal? It's not equal. It's not equal. Let's bring that one, move that one, and bring that one like over there. I guess this is much better. And then remove that piece. I can't remove that one, but we can get rid of that one. So how's about now? Much better. Ooh, look at the traffic jam. So now we are back in business. There is some traffic jam, and I think the reason for that is, where is actually the traffic happening? So we do have that traffic happening, and they're trying to use both ways. They're actually going all over the place. But what we do need to do is, you are allowed to drive, and you may not be allowed to drive. And same here, you are not allowed to drive. You have to wait until it's your turn. And the next thing is, I think we're going to have... Yeah, that's a lot of traffic, so that's not ideal. So we do have to find some way to resolve that thing. And there, we need to have that allowed. There's a lot of lane switching going on. So I think what we're going to try now is making the corners. So you go only there, and you go only there. So we do have some sort of action now going on with traffic, finally. And all those guys are actually going only there. So this is a little bit hard to reach. Where's the other spots over there? You go over there as well. Like so. So what will happen now? That one should clear up. And we do the same for here. So you are going only there and there. And you go only there and there. So they should be able to find their way now. That's a lot of traffic. That's not going to work. Look at that. Look at that. That's awful. That's an awful amount of traffic. So we need to have a solution for that. That's not ideal. Really not ideal. Look at that. It's too much traffic. It's not going to work. So let's do the same under thing with the lanes, trying to fix there. So you go only there. And you only there. And you guys go only there. I don't think we need to make this here, but we do it anyway. So this lane go over there. So I think we need bigger roads there. We definitely need bigger roads. And to have bigger roads, we have to do some moving. Yeah, that's not ideal. We have despawning cars all over the place. And what they actually try to do is switching too much lanes. So do we have some other road we could actually use? Some one-way things with free? No. What's you? A 3-lane one-way? We could use that because that's a small road, so let's try that. We even have a 4-lane one-way. Well, let's try that first. What will happen if we place that one here? Like so. So we do have the freeway. 3 lanes now. Now the cars would have 3 lanes to use. Not sure what about what with those happens. Nothing, they were just removed. So I think you are only allowed to use 1 lane. And you go there. And you're going there. And you go over there. So that's one thing. And we're trying to use that one. You're allowed, you're not allowed. Okay, that's nice. So we do have a traffic jam now here. So let's fix that as well. So you both, come on, you are going there, and you're going there as well. Now you can go here. Come on, snap. Let me snap. Here we go. And you can go there, and you can go there as well. So what will happen now? Let it roll a bit. Yeah, we do have that pedestrian crossing is really making us trouble. That pedestrian crossing is not very great. Very ungreat, is it? So, a lot of people actually going over there and reaching in there, which is yeah, that's happening. So we should have some bypass the cars can actually use, which should go from here to here. So that road may not be actually connected to there. Yeah, that's something we could actually use. And also use that one so they are not blocking all the roads. So this road can go in here, you're going in there, and only you go over there. Like so. Now what would that change now? So we still have a lot of problems because of the lane changing over here. Lots of cars are actually lane changing right there. And that's not ideal. Yeah, I think I'm going to fix that with a bypass road. That's not ideal. That's not an ideal solution with that road right now, but at least it's flowing. At least that's something. We do have a flow, which is better than nothing. So the flow is there, and we do have public transport, which isn't active right now because there's no line. And we actually should have also maybe have that bigger. We do have one metro station from here, which is supposed to go over there, and then over there, and it could actually go up to until down here. We could actually do that. Yeah, I think that's a pretty. Yeah, it is flowing, but it has a lot of room for improvement. Let's watch it shortly. That pedestrian path over there is not very good. That pedestrian path is not very good, and it's even not used. So just imagine what will happen when there are actually people up there. So that's not going to be a wise solution. So we need to have some sort of road to go from there to down here. So let's see, this guy, where do you want to go? Yo, he's actually going over there. He's actually going over there, so there will be no bypass for that road. That's not ideal either. So we do have that sort of thing, and I think we're going to move around that monorail to have an overpass for the pedestrians. So the pedestrians are not forced to go over the road. But I think that's something for either a time lapse or another episode. Maybe we do the next episode caring about that thing as well, but I think I'm doing that off screen a little bit, tinkering around, but we will see. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you have any recommendations or critics or whatever, please leave me a comment and tell me in yeah, just to let me know, so I know for next time I can change something what you would prefer. And I'm still wishing you a nice day or a nice night, depending on your time zone, and have fun. See you next time. Bye.